Reading. Do you need a sleep divorce? It's becoming more popular and might be worth a try. Are you a night owl or an early bird? Everyone has different sleeping patterns, and it can be hard if you and your partner are on opposite sleep schedules. Perhaps a sleep divorce might be just what you need. Research is showing that more and more couples are trying it, and it can actually help your relationship. Luckily, my husband and I have similar sleeping patterns, and although he does have a tendency to snore a lot, I can usually block it out with my headphones and a good audiobook. I do feel that sleep divorce has a negative feeling to it, so maybe we need to call it a separate sleep strategy or an independent sleep solution. This makes it sound like a more positive solution. You will often find a reading article like this in the IELTS reading section. You'll find these articles, the reading comprehension questions, and the vocabulary very helpful. Read along and improve your grammar and vocabulary while learning something new at the same time. Reading. Do you need a sleep divorce? New research shows that more than a third of Americans choose to sleep divorce their partners to improve their sleep quality. This means couples sleep in separate beds or rooms to avoid disturbances like snoring and different sleep schedules. Neil Stanley, who wrote A Sleep Divorce, How to Sleep Apart, Not Fall Apart, says that couples don't need to sleep together to have a good relationship. Historically, the idea of couples sleeping in separate beds is not new. In ancient Rome, it was normal for couples to have a bed for intimacy and separate beds for sleeping. During medieval times, poorer families shared beds, while richer families had separate rooms. The Renaissance period saw separate bedrooms for the wealthy. In the Victorian era, couples started sleeping together, but by the late 19th century, doctors recommended separate beds for health reasons. In the early 20th century, twin beds were seen as a symbol of wealth. However, after World War II, the trend shifted back to double beds, and separate beds were seen as a sign of a troubled marriage. Today, with more focus on the importance of sleep, separate sleeping arrangements are becoming popular again. Experts suggest making the separate room personal and comfortable with chosen mattresses and decor. Sleep divorce can have different effects on couples. Some find that sharing a bed improves their emotional connection, while others sleep better apart due to issues like snoring. Studies show that poor sleep can lead to more conflicts in relationships. Many couples report better sleep when they sleep separately. To make this work, it's important to see the separate room as a personal space, not just a spare room. The goal is to improve sleep and relationship satisfaction, focusing on what works best for both partners. Now read and answer the following questions. 1. What is the main reason why more than a third of Americans choose to sleep separately from their partners? 2. How did sleeping arrangements differ between poorer and wealthier families during medieval times? 3. What change in sleeping arrangements occurred in the Victorian era And what did doctors recommend by the late 19th century? 4. Why did twin beds become a symbol of wealth in the early 20th century, and how did this change after World War II? 5. What are some of the benefits couples report when they sleep in separate beds or rooms? New vocabulary. Listen and repeat these new words. Night owl, early bird, snoring, intimacy, medieval times, Renaissance period, Victorian era, symbol, wealth, trend, conflicts.